local performance where I was at and performed throughout Slovenia Grail and sing music. I had rain breaks between a wide variety of Slovenian and foreign repertoire, which I carried out my time. People have asked me several years ago called on the parties where I have enlivened the event. Elvis was also present and I was happy to sing and play. 2014 was a watershed year for me as I started appearing on various local TV programs on Slovenian TV. The year passed very quickly as I traveled with my music all over Slovenia. I met the Australian radio for Australian Slovenes online, where they repeatedly played my song Home Harbour, which I sing to a sailor who used to be a Navy but was not a sailor but was a miner. The days and years of everyday life and socializing with friends passed, where we exchanged stories of life in our own way. In 2015, however, the president of the Elvis Presley Club I joined in 2014 impressed me that I had the opportunity to go to the Slovenian TV show, Slovenia Got Talent. I was very phlegmatic and I didn't study too much depending on whether or not I would perform. I decided to go to the TV show Slovenia Has Talent. In August 2015, a TV show began broadcasting and I decided not to sing my own music and I decided to sing and play Elvis guitar. I went to Selj to audition, where I sang That's Alright. The commission was impressed with my vocals and energy, so they asked me to sing some of their Elvis and I sang them Blue Suede Shoes. My blue acoustic Ibanez guitar fitted me so much that they were very excited. Then I had to ask if they still sing without any guitar solo vocals and I sing them Green Green Grass of Home and Suspicious Minds. They were so excited to get me into the TV show selection. My parents and I traveled to Ljubljana where I filled out the application form for the TV show Slovenia Has Talent. They legitimized everything and I invited some of my friends from the Elvis Presley Club, who were also two of my supporters. When we entered the SNG Opera in the waiting room, where we sat, we first acclimatized, then began interviews and socializing with other competitors, which we performed in the show. I really admit I almost forgot about time, everything went so fast. I had a long interview where I was asked about my personality since I was representing Elvis. It was interesting when they offered me water from the fridge and took me for a commercial. And then my performance followed, where I walked from the waiting room to the rear, where various comedians and friends came to see me. The showmakers turned away from the stage a bit, but I admit that I didn't even have the stage when I got on the stage and sat down in a chair and introduced myself and then locked up and sang That's Alright. I didn't even know what I was thinking, all I knew was that I was on stage and playing to the end. But despite my talent, they did not evaluate me, so I did not enter the show and left the scene. Only my sunglasses protected me, as I acted as a police officer in a blue suit, with white pants and an Elvis white concert belt. After a busy 7 hours, I came home with my parents. I didn't even know what kind of personality I was under the reflections of cameras and stage lights and the audience. I was almost unconscious. Despite my deep meditative state, I was unaware because the cameras were dislocating my personality. Since 2015 after the TV show, I even beat up and commented on myself with the swing band because they didn't rate me and let me into the next round. I was very depressed and disappointed. When ratio and instinct come together, one is attacked by fear, because he is the devil, who is very active in the body against all other people I relate to today. Pop TV hoped for my publication from Slovensk Novis, which has spread all over Slovenia and the World Wide Web. I was very depressed and annoyed by the yellow press that drank and hid my energy, as many swingals made my statement from the media these days when they drive and sing karaoke. So I have come to realize that life is unpredictable and that life is created by man, like a game that is played in the present moment. So we humans are here on this planet Earth to play our life movie, so we can at least be happy that we are in the circles of people consciously or unconsciously. We all live here and now and this is our greatest gift sent to us by God. If one is instantly aware of one's actions, and one has the power and insight to extend his or her entire horizon over life, it means that one is enlightened and open to every conversation. However, in order for a person to be aware, one must intensively perform spiritual relaxation exercises. It's been a long time since I've been hanging out with friends around my city and talking about life, but I've found that life goes on and leads its way, which other people around us unconsciously close to us are also active in. Far away. Man as a creature is each tuned to its own bioresonance frequency, on which it emits and communicates with other humans, speaking and thinking consciously or unconsciously. Human bioresonant energy varies according to the state of consciousness in the brain that fluctuates between alpha, beta, secondary alpha, theta, theta delta, and delta. Above all, it is important for a person to be able to understand and in a state of consciousness trying to be aware of his or her actions from the past, the present, and the future. For the present is that which is given to us by God, that in the morning when we awaken from the delta we may begin our lives again, which is certainly written differently, but on a new sheet of paper, where a new script of life is written.